The royal family is reportedly in complete meltdown mode after Meghan Markle allegedly released wedding photos so intimate, so personal, and so unexpected that even longtime royal defenders are now openly questioning what game is really being played behind the scenes. Because this was not just a harmless anniversary post. According to critics, this looked calculated, strategic, almost like a warning disguised as romance. And the moment those photos hit social media, people immediately started noticing something disturbing hiding in plain sight. Where was the royal family? Why were they almost completely erased from one of the biggest royal weddings in modern history? And why did Meghan suddenly decide to reveal deeply private moments 8 years later, right when her public image was already facing fresh embarrassment and controversy? That is the question now exploding everywhere behind palace walls.
I know, leaked Prince Harry's private pictures, never before seen, of them intimately kissing on their wedding day.
She was trying to make the most horrible sight you could see for it, to be at the royal family, the British royal family, and to show all this is just beyond disgusting. But they were only wanted to do it in a very vulgar way for everyone to see. It made me feel sick, honestly. I don't care what she does at home. I don't care what she feels about anything in her sexual life. But I think that you actually do behave when you're with such important people.
What should have been a simple anniversary celebration instantly turned into another royal storm. Meghan and Prince Harry were celebrating 8 years of marriage, but instead of posting traditional elegant memories, Meghan reportedly shocked people by releasing unseen behind-the-scenes wedding photographs that many observers believed crossed a line royal figures are simply never expected to cross publicly. These were not formal balcony moments or polished palace portraits. According to critics, these were intimate kissing photos, emotional private reception scenes, and personal moments many assumed had been locked away forever. And suddenly people began asking the same uncomfortable question. Why now? Why release these particular images after all these years?
I thought this huge photo album selection of their wedding day 8 years ago, it's their 8th wedding anniversary today, posted by Meghan on Instagram.
The backlash reportedly intensified because many royal commentators believed those images were never meant for public eyes in the first place. Critics claim the entire collection felt less like an anniversary tribute and more like a deliberate message. Then people noticed something even more explosive. Meghan reportedly filled the gallery with pictures featuring her mother Doria Ragland, while members of the British royal family were almost nowhere to be seen. That absence immediately became the real story. People began zooming into photographs, scanning backgrounds, looking for William, Catherine, Camilla, anyone. But according to observers, the royal side appeared almost completely erased from history itself. And suddenly the internet exploded with theories about what Meghan was really trying to say.
Allerton, there was also something coded in the song that she chose to put these pictures to, Paula Abdul's Forever Your Girl. To be honest, I think that's a bit more of a threat to Prince Harry, isn't it? It's like, you're not getting away from me.
For many critics, this no longer looked accidental. It looked intentional, calculated, even symbolic. Some claimed Meghan was rewriting the memory of the royal wedding itself, turning what was once presented as a historic union between monarchy and modern celebrity culture into something entirely centered around her own narrative. Then came the song choice, Forever Your Girl by Paula Abdul. To some listeners, the lyrics sounded possessive, almost territorial, as though Meghan was quietly signaling that Harry belonged completely to her world now and nowhere else. The symbolism became impossible for royal commentators to ignore, and when Angela Levin finally reacted publicly, the conversation exploded into full-blown controversy.
Because this is absolutely not royal. It's very rude, it's vulgar. And if you want to kiss away, absolutely fine. There's loads of places she could go away. This is now to make everybody angry about it and think that this is what she's like and she doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Angela Levin, who was usually measured and composed while discussing royal drama, reportedly sounded genuinely furious. She openly questioned why Meghan would release photos that appeared so deeply intimate years after the wedding itself. According to Angela, the images lacked the dignity expected from a royal occasion and instead felt designed designed to provoke reactions. But what shocked many viewers was not just what Angela said. It was how emotional she became while saying it. Her frustration appeared personal, almost as if she believed Meghan was intentionally humiliating the institution that once gave her everything. And then Angela made an even harsher accusation. She suggested Meghan thrives on outrage itself. That controversy is not something Meghan fears, but something she allegedly uses as fuel to remain constantly relevant in headlines and public conversations. As the criticism intensified, attention quickly shifted toward the royal wedding itself and the enormous amount of money reportedly spent on it. Critics pointed out that the monarchy gave Meghan one of the most globally celebrated weddings in royal history, a ceremony watched by millions around the world. Yet now, years later, many observers believe Meghan appears disconnected from that gratitude entirely. Angela Levin reportedly became even more irritated while discussing how Meghan later claimed she would have preferred a smaller and more private wedding despite fully embracing the global spotlight at the time. That contradiction became another massive talking point. Critics argued Meghan cannot simultaneously reject royal grandeur while continuing to profit emotionally and publicly from its imagery years later. What makes this entire situation even more explosive is that many royal insiders now believe Meghan's anniversary post was never truly about celebrating love at all. According to critics, it was about regaining control of the narrative after weeks of uncomfortable headlines surrounding her public appearances, especially the heavily discussed Geneva speech event that reportedly failed to attract the massive audience many expected. The internet immediately noticed empty crowd shots, quiet reactions, and moments where Meghan allegedly appeared tense and visibly uncomfortable while speaking, and the timing suddenly looked impossible to ignore. Just as criticism around that event started spreading online, those intimate wedding photos suddenly appeared everywhere, completely shifting public attention overnight. To some observers, it looked less like coincidence and more like a carefully timed distraction campaign. People began connecting dots rapidly. Critics pointed out that during her Geneva appearance, Meghan strongly criticized social media culture and discussed the dangers of online platforms. Yet only a short time later, she returned to those exact same platforms and posted deeply personal family content for millions to consume. That contradiction immediately triggered another wave of backlash. Observers questioned why someone who publicly warns about the harmful effects of social media would then use those same networks to release intimate wedding moments, private family imagery, and carefully curated emotional content involving her children. Suddenly, the conversation was no longer only about wedding photos. It became about authenticity itself. Was Meghan genuinely speaking about protecting families and privacy, or was she strategically using those themes whenever they benefited her public image? That question now hangs over everything. Then came another layer of controversy nobody expected. Meghan reportedly attended a World Health Organization dinner in Geneva where she posed for photographs with Finnish politician Will Rydman, a figure who has reportedly faced allegations and criticism involving racist remarks and inappropriate behavior. The backlash intensified immediately because Meghan has publicly positioned herself for years as someone deeply outspoken against discrimination and racism. Critics wasted no time pointing out what they saw as hypocrisy. They questioned how someone so vocal about moral values could allegedly appear smiling beside such a controversial political figure without understanding the damage it could cause to her own credibility. And once again, Meghan's team reportedly responded by saying they could not realistically investigate every individual requesting photos at public events. But by then, the criticism was already spreading rapidly online. At the same time, another emotional debate was quietly growing beneath the surface involving Meghan and Harry's children. Observers noticed Meghan continuing to include carefully controlled images of little Lilibet in public posts while still partially hiding her face. And strangely, that only fueled more discussion. Critics argued that the blurred visibility created even more curiosity, more mystery, and more public obsession around the children instead of protecting them from attention. Some people analyzing the anniversary pictures even claimed Lilibet appeared uncomfortable or awkward in certain moments, sparking endless online conversations about whether the children are becoming unwilling participants in highly managed publicity campaigns. Suddenly, every small detail became suspicious. The body language, the posture, the angles, even the fact that that faces remain partially hidden while still being displayed publicly became a topic of intense debate. But behind all the outrage, one theory continues dominating royal gossip circles more than any other. Many commentators now believe Meghan is deliberately creating emotional distance between Harry and the monarchy itself, because while Harry reportedly wants some form of reconciliation ahead of future royal-linked events like Invictus 2027, critics claim Meghan allegedly benefits from keeping tensions alive. And if that theory is true, then these anniversary photos may have carried a hidden message far bigger than romance. Some royal watchers believe Meghan intentionally removed almost every trace of the royal family from those memories to symbolically announce that chapter is permanently over. No William, no Catherine, barely any Charles. Just Meghan, Harry, Doria, and a rewritten version of royal history centered entirely around her own world. And inside palace circles, people reportedly fear this is only the beginning, because if one anniversary post caused this much outrage, many are now wondering what Meghan might reveal next when the cameras return and the headlines begin fading again.